A new COVID-19 variant is in the country. Bahamar has more than 1,000 of its employees vaccinated, and the government is demolishing more unregulated shantytown structures. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lissy Bastian with your Jcn News for this Tuesday, June 1st. Thanks for tuning in. One of the COVID-19 variants has officially been confirmed in the country. This was a significant concern for health officials after variants emerged around the globe. Health Minister Renwood Wells verifying as much with the media this morning following his second jab of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. With more details, we go to our Tyler Simonet.
There are thousands of different variants of COVID-19 circulating across the world, and one of those variants has been confirmed to now be in the Bahamas. Minister of Health Renwood Wells, while confirming that one of the variants have reached our shores, says health officials are unsure as to which variant it is. And this follows chairperson of the National COVID-19 Vaccine Consultative Committee, Dr. Mercelin Del Regis, expressing that the emergence of variant strains of COVID-19 is of significant concern. Minister Wells confirming reports of a new variant with reporters after receiving his second jab of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine this morning.
We do not have the capacity in country to identify this specific variant. But what we did in the ministry in upgrading our capacity is we brought in the reagents that can tell that there is a variant, though the chemical and apparatus can't tell exactly which variant it is. We still have to send that out of country, either to Pajo's lab in Brazil or to the Caribbean, the CRS lab in Trinidad. That's one of the things that I'm looking to upgrade and augment the capacity of the health sector here in the country, that we would be able to do genomic sequencing in country.
The four COVID-19 variants that are considered concerning by the United Nations are generally known to the public as the UK, South Africa, Brazil, and India variants, including one more in Vietnam, which only recently emerged. Mr. Wells says this to encourage Bahamians to get vaccinated.
We do know that AstraZeneca is effective against all of the current variants. Now I've heard this new thing that perhaps the Vietnamese now may have a new variant. We're keeping an eye on that, and it seems like this may be even more transmissible, more virulent than the Indian variant, which happens to be the real variant of concern. There are four of them. There's the Indian, the Brazilian, the South African, and the UK variant. AstraZeneca, in a study by Public Health England, has been proven to be 60% effective against the most virulent variant, which is the Indian variant. It's been shown to be even more effective against the other variants.
COVID-19 variants are said to be more infectious or threatening and easily transmissible, causing a spike in cases. The country is now in the third wave of the pandemic. Now, according to Minister Wells, there is no timeline as yet for when the National Reference Lab will know which particular variant is in country, but he says he is pushing the issue. For Jcn News, I'm Tyler Simonet.
The health minister receiving his second dose of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine this morning, and now he's fully vaccinated. He says he's looking forward to the benefits of being fully vaccinated. About 1,400 of Bahamar's employees have already received the COVID-19 vaccine. That's out of a total of 4,000 total staff. This much coming from Bahamar Senior Vice President of Administration and External Relations, Robert Sands. He says as much at the Bahamar Convention Center, which is currently serving as a vaccination site.
We are certainly encouraged at Bahamar by the number of Bahamar associates that have participated in the program. And as the minister mentioned, we urge all Bahamians to become vaccinated, because a healthy Bahamas is certainly a wealthy Bahamas, and it will certainly contribute to the economic well-being of our country.
Now, just yesterday, Atlantis Resort Paradise Island announced that they are removing complimentary testing for its staff members, leaving the financial burden of weekly COVID-19 testing in the employees' hands. When asked if Bahamar has any plans to follow this trend, Mr. Sands says this.
I am sure most operators are looking to the way forward, having supported their associates in providing free of charge this particular cost. At some point in time, I'm sure individual properties will make that particular decision. No decision has been made here at Bahama at this time.
Despite the United Nations request that the Bahamas government halt the demolition of homes in shanty towns in the country, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Public Works Desmond Bannister telling reporters this morning just before the weekly cabinet meeting that this week more structures will be demolished. He and Immigration Minister were very frank with reporters as they both addressed the government's move to demolish those illegally constructed and unregulated structures.
As a part of the regulatory function of the government, we have to crack down on them and stop them. And if we have to provide resources to do it, we will do that. But it is absolutely critical that we as Bahamians continue to be aware, continue to be conscious of the type of society we want, what we want our islands and our communities to look like, and encourage people not to do this. And these people are being coached and they're being taught how to evade the laws of the Bahamas. It's very important that all of us, Bahamians and people who come into this country, obey the laws. That's very important. The Ministry of Public Works is trying its best to keep up with what is happening, but it's also important for Bahamians to keep informing us, as they are doing, of the illegal activities that are going on, because those illegal activities impact our lives.
Where the Privy Council said if you go, basically outlined that nobody has a right to go and take possession of someone else's property, including the government. And the Constitution outlines how the government would do it. But if that someone goes without authority and construct on private or public property, then they do it to their own demise. And the Privy Council said the rightful owner is within the law, the right to go in and take possession of the property.
You're watching Jcn News. When we return, the 2021-2022 budget debate kicks off tomorrow. Another homicide in the country, and hurricane season officially starts today. Stay with us.